What's up, everybody? Apurva here, and welcome to the next and final video of the third week. This is the video about verbal aptitude or verbal reasoning. So let's get into it. I solved a test, 15 questions. Let's go inside and find out how it all works. So first of all, find the missing letter. I'm okay. First of all, let me just be clear. These questions tend to take a lot more time using your brain. So I will be not covering them in as much detail. I will just read the explanations. I won't try to solve them as with the previous video. I won't try to explain them. I'll try to explain them as possible, but I won't explain them on my own. I'll read their explanation. That way I don't have to waste a lot of time. I don't have to waste a lot of your time either. So let's move on. First question, find the missing letter. So we have M and O dash T question mark V. So we need to find this letter over here. So how do we do that? We have options, 4 options. Let's find the explanation. The alphabet in correct order starting at M for first sequence and T for last. So in correct order. So you know that the alphabet is in correct order. It would be L, M and O. So that is how it is. Also for T question mark V, it will obviously be in the same thing. So this is basically a relation kind of question. So T, U, V. So that is why it would be U. Because S, T, U, V, that is the alphabetical order. And that is what this question is about. Next, apathetic means. Now apathetic usually means devoid of emotion and stuff like that. Apathy is very similar. Like there are 3 words that usually use apathy when it comes to emotions. There's sympathy, there's empathy, and then there's apathy. So sympathy means you are sympathetic for that person, you feel that person. Empathy means you don't exactly know the exact feeling, you haven't felt it, but you can understand their emotions and you understand them. And apathy means you don't really care, basically. So that would be showing no emotions. Yeah. Baby is to adult as seed is to what? So baby becomes an adult, seed becomes a plant. That is why answer is plant. That is the answer. Minute is to time as mile is to what? So minute is a unit of time, mile is a unit of distance. Hence, yeah. Antonym or synonym of the word belittle. Now belittle, the word belittle means to taunt somebody or to make insult somebody, make them feel bad. So what is the other thing? So now you cannot at all say enlarge, because enlarge means to make somebody bigger, and while it seems much more appropriate because it has little in this, belittle does not mean making somebody small. So that is why enlarge is not the correct option. Turned down is also not applicable, because to turn somebody down is when, for example, somebody proposes to you or somebody gives you a proposal, not necessarily a marriage proposal or a dating proposal, any sort of proposal. Like I turned down this project, meaning that I got the project proposal and I said no to the project proposal. That's why I turned it down. That is also not available here. Dishonor means to completely insult that person. It is actually a synonym of belittle, kind of, but they are saying find the antonym or synonym of the word below, belittle. Now dishonor and belittle are kind of similar, but for some reason they have chosen compliment. So that means this is a multiple answer question, I guess. Belittle is an antonym of compliment, so they chose compliment. Unanswered, I need your dash response. You have to fill in the appropriate answer. So I need your dash response. Immediate, so all of the 4 words are immediate, but they want the right spelling, and obviously immediate is spelled like this, not like this, not like this, not like this. So there are double M's and there are 2 I's, but not in correct like continuous sequence, one after the other successively. And IMMEDIATE, that is the spelling of immediate, in immediate response. Will you please pass me dash paper? So we can say will you please pass me the paper, but none of the options apply there. So will you please pass me few paper does not work. Few, you have to have a, or well, actually you need to have a before few and you need to have it in plural after few. So for example, will you please pass me a few watches, or will you please give me a few more minutes, and stuff like that. So it has to be in plural and any adjective you want to add. So few is not applicable. These, will you please pass me these? Also these is for plural, so these paper does not work. Little paper, will you please pass me little paper? No. A little bit is also not applicable, technically grammatically also wrong, because a little bit of paper does not make sense, because you usually say a piece of paper. So some paper. And yes, some may seem like few, so you would think that some papers, that is kind of acceptable, but it is usually some. Like for example, would you please give me some water? Would you please give me some time? Let me think over this for some time. Let me have some privacy, and stuff like that. So it is usually in singular after some. After some, everything is in singular, so some is the answer. Wow, that is the most amazing explanation I've seen. Another word for excluding something or someone. So excluding something or someone, there are multiple words for that. In here they have 4 words. Ominous is not the answer. Ominous is usually used, ominous is basically, it's like a bad omen or something like that. So when it is ominous, it means you're getting bad vibes from it or something. So ominous is not the answer over here, because you're not excluding someone or something. Succession is also wrong for this, because succession means that you are successing something, or the process of succeeding something. So that means that after this will happen, so this succeeds this. For example, if I say that I am my father's heir, meaning माझ्या बाबांची सगळी जी काही प्रॉपर्टी आहे ती माझ्याकडे येणार. सो इन सक्सेशन the possession of all of my dad's property will come to me, because I am successing him, I am coming after him. Then we have omission. Now omission is right. Omitted, तुम्ही क्वेश्चन पेपर मध्ये वगैरे तुम्ही बघितला असाल, you will find omitted a lot of times. Answer is omitted, or this word is omitted. So to omit means to exclude something or someone. Submission, you know the answer. College assignment submissions and all. So you submit something to somebody. That action of submitting is known as submission. Omission, yeah, they've given an answer. Someone or something has been left out or excluded. Omission. Succession, number of people or things sharing specific characteristics following one after the other. So as I said, action or process of inheriting a title, office, property, right, or sequence of inheriting a position, title. Submission, the act or fact of accepting or yielding to a superior force or to the will or authority of another person. Ominous, giving the impression that something bad or unpleasant is going to happen, also known as threatening. So next, there are 5 children in the Maxwell family. Peter's sister Jill is younger than Brian, who is older than Adriana. Adriana has one older brother and a younger sister, but her youngest brother Eddie is not the baby of the family. Who is the youngest child? First of all, I hate questions like this because they make me think a lot. Second, and more importantly, have a paper for these kind of questions, so you can write down the succession, who is older, who is greater. Sometimes they have questions like this is the father of this and the mother of this and the baby and the daughter of this. So what they are implying by baby over here means, which is why they have the quotation mark. So the baby of the family means the youngest child. So they want us to find the baby of the family. So obviously they have the answer Jill. They've explained that over here. So one way is to list according to age as you go. Jill is younger than Brian, so Brian is first, Jill is later. Who is older than Adriana? So Jill and Adriana both are in the same thing, and Brian is older than both Jill and Adriana. Now Adriana has a younger sister, meaning that Jill is the younger sister of Adriana. So age-wise, Brian, Adriana, Jill, and youngest brother Eddie, which means that she must have more than one younger brother. Therefore, Brian and Adriana, then Jill, Peter, Eddie. Now, if Eddie is the youngest brother, that means that Peter is older than Eddie. That means that this is the final answer. I am including all of this in that, and if you have any doubts, you can ask me anytime. So next, all of that single tents to go to camp. Michael and Peter have sewn in ground sheets as well as plastic sheets for the ground. The others have plastic sheets for the ground. have nylon tents, others have canvas tents, and have zippers, while others have draw tracks. How many plastic sheets in tents that are not made of canvas and have no zippers? So this is something you need to calculate again using paper. Plastic sheets everybody has, not made of canvas, only Peter and John. No zippers, Stuart, Michael, and John is the only one who fulfills all of the criteria. So only one person. That is their logic, and that is something you can actually do. It's very easy to categorize based on particular common traits. For a math class, the teacher asks her students to get the following items: a pair of compasses, a ruler, a protractor, and a calculator. Paul already has a calculator, and so does Judy. Judy and Mark are the ones with protractors, only ones. Alice has both a ruler and a pair of compasses, and so does Mark. Judy is only missing a ruler, and John has an item that Mark is missing. So John has Mark's object. So based on this, you need to find out who is missing what, right? So again, you need to find out what is remaining, what is not. Judy and Mark are missing a ruler. No, are the only ones with protractors. Judy is missing a ruler, and that is how you can find what is there. See, what each student has. Paul has calculator, Judy has calculator and protractors, she lost a ruler. Alice has ruler and compasses. Mark has protractors, rulers, and compasses. And John, we only know that he has an item that Mark is missing. Only statement which must be true is the one stating that Mark is only missing a calculator, because the others are not technically missing anything and we have not been given any more information. So Mark is only missing a calculator based on the logical assumption that John has something of Mark. It is one item that Mark is missing, and it is with John. And the only option where somebody is missing something which has been mentioned before is Mark missing something, and here he is missing a calculator apparently. So that must be true. And that is how these questions work. You need to have logical assumptions. It's not always 100% clear, so you need to assume stuff. At round table, Mike sits. So these, I hate these as well. So there is a circular table. Mike sits between Judy and Molly. Molly sits between two men, and so do Judy and Jonah. Jonah sits next to Rick. Judy sits next to neither Jonah or John, but John sits next to a girl. So who does Judy sit between? Now you need to find this out by actually planning out a map. You need to find out where somebody is, and you have to make sure who is next to what. You don't really need to draw a circle. You can write their name in a line. So imagine the line of names goes around the table. First name sits next to the last name. So that way you can write down their names and stuff like that. You obviously not going to get it in the first try. You will write it down. You will cut their names. You'll do that. So have a paper ready always. So the answer is Mike and Rick apparently. Following paragraph is important. Is made up of sentences which are jumbled. Can you unscramble this paragraph and sort the sentences in their proper order? Note periods and commas have been removed. So that means period is basically comma, full stop. So periods and commas have been removed. And if you're in an English speaking country, chances are they will have a foreign accent. Your phone rings, someone's trying to sell you financial services. The person you're speaking to is likely to be sitting in a massive room with hundreds of other people. So, cool. So what we can do is C, because that is how you can start it. This is all based on how you think sentences can form or paragraphs can form. So your phone rings, someone's trying to sell you financial services. Call ye to Bajaj, Allianz and stuff like that. You want our services, etc. The person you're speaking to is likely to be sitting in a room, massive room with hundreds of other people. Yes, that is true, and that makes sense logically. And if you're in an English speaking country, chances are they will have a foreign accent. So you can't say chances are if they will have a foreign accent, and if you're in an English, that won't work. So it has to be AB. So it is CDAB. The answer, okay, yeah, CDAB. That makes more sense. Again, an operation to remove a patient's entire stomach is called a total gastrectomy. During the procedure, the surgeon connects the esophagus, the tube that runs between throat and stomach, to small intestine. This means the person will still have a working digestive system afterwards, but a patient who has had a gastrectomy may need to alter their diet, such as eating frequent smaller meals rather than 3 large meals a day. From this passage, it can be concluded that what? So this means we'll have a working digestive system afterwards, but who has had may need to alter their diet, such as eating smaller meals than 3 large. So that means it is not done to help a person lose weight. It is not a part of the digestive system. That is also wrong. Person with no stomach can no longer eat normal food. This makes like no sense. They need to yeah, actually technically that is true. They may no longer eat can live an almost normal life without a stomach. That also makes sense. In fact, that is what makes more sense than with no stomach can no longer eat normal food. You can eat normal food, but just smaller meals. It is that may need to alter their diet, and not that they cannot eat normal food. However, it is written that person will have working digestive system, hence that is understandable. Just because you're feeling sad doesn't mean you should avoid sad songs. In fact, listening to sad songs can make you feel like someone out there knows exactly how you feel, and that can help you feel less alone when you're depressed. The passage best supports the statement that sad songs can help cure depression. Sad songs can have a therapeutic effect. Sad songs are proven to have a positive effect on depression. Sad songs can help mental ailments, prevent mental ailments. So first of all, they have never mentioned the word depression at all. They have a therapeutic effect, so it is similar to therapy. It makes you feel better. While it is written it will help you feel less alone when you're depressed, it doesn't help cure depression. It has a positive effect. Now they are proven to have a positive effect. Yeah, kind of, actually this makes more sense, but they are not having an effect on depression. It makes you feel less alone. It's not an effect on depression, it's an effect on your mood. And sad songs can help prevent mental ailments. None of that is mentioned. Same as A doesn't say anything about curing or improving depression. Same as A and C doesn't say anything about mental ailments. It states that you should. So basically, these are the explanations that they've given. States that listening to sad songs can help one feel less alone when depressed and stuff like that. And this is the verbal reasoning result that I got. As I said, I didn't answer any questions, so that's how it works. Okay, that is it for this video. The doubts and all you can ask in the basically Google Classroom forum, the WhatsApp group, anywhere else on private WhatsApp chat, wherever you want, in the YouTube comment section, wherever. And also, I'm sorry for the delay again, and hopefully we'll get out of this pandemic quickly. Colleges have started online lectures, so let's hope we get a lot of time to pay attention to college. That's it.